As a Capricorn, you may perhaps be the most pragmatic and practical sign in the entire astrological cycle. There is an inherent sense of sage wisdom that comes along with everything you say. Even beyond actual advice, you act with intentional wisdom in all that you do. This is an invaluable trait to have and one that people rarely possess. This is especially beneficial to you for this month's planetary positions and transits. Your natural calm stability will be a useful tool in remaining true to yourself as the planets go through some unpredictable transits. On June 3rd, the Moon in Cancer will be in a sextile position to the planet Mercury in Taurus. This position of the Moon and Mercury is an especially beneficial and harmonious aspect for you. This will help you maintain a good sense of memory and an astounding ability to be empathetic to those around you. This level of empathy will be an especially useful tool when understanding the needs and desires of others. This will facilitate your growth in friend-making abilities. Connections with other people will be plentiful throughout the month of June. The Moon being in Cancer will additionally bring out the more sensitive aspects of your soul, almost in a poetic manner. Later on in the month, on the 16th of June, the Sun in Gemini will transition into a strong square with Neptune in Pisces. Your increased sense of empathy that first began at the start of June will continue to be increased within this planetary aspect. The square of the Sun to Neptune creates an atmosphere for people to fully embrace their height of empathy. Even if you did not think you were able to become more of an empathetic person, you will somehow prove yourself wrong. You may feel inclined to be overly kind to other people, giving them ample opportunities to be mistreated by others. Make sure to take extra time and attention to avoid situations in which you will be more vulnerable to deception from others. On the 18th of June, Venus in Taurus will be in a trine with Pluto in Capricorn. This is a planetary position that comes along with a lot of intensity in its impact. For you, in particular, this will translate itself into an intense sexual drive level. This will add a lot of passion to your romantic endeavors and any sexual encounters you may have in the month of June 2022. You will not be afraid to express your own needs and desires in this aspect of your life. You will find this to be a rather empowering experience for you. Later on in the month, on June 27th, Mercury in Gemini will find itself in conjunction with the Moon that is also in Gemini. The conjunction of the Moon and Mercury is a particularly harmonious aspect that also works to multiple the best aspects of other planetary alignments that are occurring at the same time. This is especially impactful for other harmonious aspects. You will have an increased sense of rationality and clear thinking, particularly in regard to your emotions. The sign of Gemini typically addresses emotional situations with a logical and rational approach. This Gemini tendency is further intensified with both the Moon and Mercury being under Gemini's influence. So even if you feel emotions with your heart and soul, during this transit you will have a much more logical understanding of your emotions than usual. You will also feel the need to spend additional time with your family members. On June 28th, the planet of Mars in Aries will be in a sextile with Saturn in Aquarius. With this specific aspect influencing you, a seemingly limitless amount of energy will enwrap you. Something about Mars in a sextile with Saturn seems to provide you with mental and physical energy that somehow never appears to hit a wall. This will be particularly useful for your pursuit of various goals and projects. Along with this increase in energy, you will also be particularly consistent, careful, and productive with all that you do. Your organizational skills will also be a useful tool in achieving all of your projects that seem to pile up as of late. However, if a lot of personal instability and chaos comes your way, this will entirely sour your mood and emotions, unfortunately. On the same day of the Mars and Saturn sextile, the planet of Neptune will enter into its retrograde cycle. The retrograde cycle of Neptune lasts for quite a while. Neptune will remain in retrograde until the beginning of December. When Neptune is in retrograde, especially when it is Pisces, the traditional boundaries of life and society seemingly fall away. This presents an opportunity for equal pros and cons. You won't feel the same limitations that society usually provides, however, you will have trouble maintaining the personal boundaries that you do want to maintain. It will take some thought and effort, but a balance between these two possibilities is within the realm of possibility for you.